Hey everyone, Derpy here, back with another Battle Pirates video, and this is my Tides of March Prize Pack 1 TLC using my Pegasus fleet. Now the video on here is sped up to 2x speed, so you don't have to go through and see me doing this in 1x speed where it take 20 minutes, but going through here I'm using my Pegasus fleet in this first target. This first target was actually not a raid target. I believe we first saw this one as a VXP target. I'm just going to be driving stacked the entire time, because you can see that the land I'm weaving through here trying to kite these ships is very small, doesn't leave me a ton of room to maneuver, so it would be very difficult if you wanted to split off your flag and use that as a tank. It would be possible, but it would be pretty difficult to do that. Going through the target, I'm just trying to target the ships and then keep moving, because most of the damage I take in this first encounter is going to be corrosive damage. I'm able to shoot down almost all of the penetrative damage, all the missiles, but I am going to take a lot of corrosive damage, but so I don't take as much of that, I'm going to keep moving so I take less of it in splash damage form. If I do have a choice between targeting turrets, I'm going to try and stay and outrange these smaller radioactive or corrosive turrets, which doesn't always work all the time because I get a little bit sloppy driving, but I'm going to try and prioritize the missile targets. Against ships, I'm trying to prioritize the small viperfish over the larger dagger-tooth ships. You can see that they are slightly faster in this target. The enemy ships are moving more quickly because of a couple bugs that got fixed, so I'm not able to kite these for no damage anymore, like I did the last couple times we saw this target, but I am able to kill them with a pretty low amount of damage. In fact, the damage from this first encounter here is going to be about 5 minutes on every ship, so I am going to go ahead and instant repair this in my dock. This particular target is a fairly straightforward one. In fact, you could even do it with Saturn or Nemesis X, I'm sure. In fact, you could do the entire Prize Pack 1 with Saturn or Nemesis X fleet. There are a couple random buildings on the left side here that you need to remember to kill, and I am using a Wolfpack crew just to help do a little bit more damage a little bit more quickly. Okay, we are back with encounter number 3 or 4, and this is one of the old Saturn Nemesis X targets, which is why I said you could do this TLC with Saturn Nemesis X, because this particular one was designed for those ones. I'm going to try and hide in this leftmost cloud here. You can't hide in the right cloud from the Ghost Crawler because there's a couple enemy ships that are submerged under there, so you have to hide in the middle one. And I want the Ghost Crawler to go away because I need to kill those little purple buildings so I can actually do missile damage to the Ghost Crawlers. That same thing applies if you're using Arch Nemesis X fleet. You can see that little purple mark is on top of them, so I have to go off to the left side of the target and kill that building, which I can access. There's also 2 towards the right side of the target, but you have to go through the enemy Ghost Crawlers to get to them, so it doesn't make much sense. The downside of using the Pegasus fleet in here compared to the Nemesis or Saturn is that you have a much lower range on your Pegasus than your Arch Nemesis X, so I am having to take corrosive damage from all these ships here, which is something I didn't really intend to take, these targets aren't designed for you to take that using a missile fleet. So you actually have to drive a little bit differently here, because you can see every single ship, they're outranging me with their corrosive weapons, so I can't kite them, I can't do quite as well. I just have to keep moving because, again, it's splash damage based, so if you keep moving, you're going to take less damage. You can see that a lot of these stonefish ships aren't surfacing until I'm very close to them. So again, if you're at the end of the target and you think you've killed everything, but you press auto and your ships aren't going on auto, they're not killing anything, you probably have a couple stonefish left somewhere in the target. I'm not taking my time using any clouds here. There is 1 or 2 clouds at the bottom, but those aren't really worth it time-wise for me in this TLC. You do have 2 hours, but I would just rather get the thing done and not lure every single set of ships. I will warn you that killing these purple buildings does release more of those viperfish ships, so I'm going to kill 2 at once here. I'm going to have about 3 different groups of viperfish coming at me at once, and that's going to mean I'm taking a little bit more damage, but I am getting done more quickly. I kill them so easily, it's not really worth worrying about. I do try to use the wall to kite it, but one of the ships manages to glitch through the wall, which I'm not happy about. That probably cost me extra, 5 minutes of damage. So this is going to be the end of encounter number 3, and I'm back with encounter number 4. This is again an Arch Nemesis X or Rock Ring Saturn target, and I'm going through this with my Pegasus just really quickly. You are going to want to go to the left in the clouds here, try and kill the turret while in the clouds, as well as all the enemy ships that are going to be in the clouds with you, because if something is in the cloud with you and it's the same cloud, then everything else is going to be able to spot you. There are a couple ghost crawlers in these target, and there are 2 ghost crawlers in this target, so I'm going to have to kill the purple building first. There's one on the left right here, which I'm going to bull rush into and kill pretty quickly, and try and kill everything within range. The good thing about these targets is they have low health compared to your damage on your Pegasus. If you are using your Nemesis or Saturns, it's going to be a little bit different. The crew I'm using, again, I mentioned, is Wolfpack. Other crews that will work well are Steelheads or potentially Sea Serpents for the higher evade and higher turn speed. I'm going around the entire target here, forgetting that I already killed a purple building. I was going to go kill a second one. So if you missed the first one, there's another one in here. But I realized I didn't kill it, so I can turn around and fight these things now. The enemy ships are coming at me, and again, I'm just moving in a straight line, so you can see Splash lands a little bit behind me, a couple of units behind me, so that I'm not taking much damage. Again, killing these purple buildings does trigger enemy ships, so be wary of that. I'm going to kill one when there's an enemy ship right in front of me, and there are clouds in this target again, which I'm not using to my advantage, so they're just kind of annoying in this target. They are better in some of the other lower level raid targets we've seen. You can use them a little bit more easily there. I'm going to show my build and repair time just after this, but my build is almost exactly the same as my fleet spotlight. I did just change one special around, which isn't really worth an update. You can see here that killing this last building, there is going to be one stonefish that pops up out of nowhere, and just as I thought I was done with the target. You can see total repair time here is 3.5 hours, which is pretty good for Prize Pack 1. I will be uploading videos of Prize Pack 2 3 Mastery, so if you want to see that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to cut to an end screen now. You can click on a couple of videos there, subscribe to my channel, and as always, this is Derpy, signing out, helping you be a better pirate.